So we are not The More You Know with Alex Skuby and Wayne Hanna anymore.
Not fucking likely. Nope.
Not likely. We have rebranded. We are now ZenAF.tv.
Why do you throw the .tv in there, man?
Because I love it. Because it's an umbrella for everything.
No,
it's
I know.
not just this stupid podcast. It's everything.
Take that back right now.
I take it back.
No, I know that, but like we're just Zen AF, I thought. But you throw in the .tv, and I get that when
because that's our fucking website, dude.
Oh yeah, good point.
And I want everyone to go to it, and I want everyone to love it, and I want everyone to be happy with it, and I want everyone, and I want everyone, and I want everyone.
And you will get everyone. Slowly, but surely.
In due time, dude. You got to be patient, Wayne.
You need to stop. I don't know why you bought 2 sea containers, and then you start talking about how you want all these people. Are you going to start putting people in sea containers, or are we going to start something else?
Yeah, I don't know what a sea container is, but yes.
How do you not know what a sea container is? You correct me on 98% of all of the things I say in the English language, but you do not know what a sea container is? Alex.
I can't believe you didn't take a breath in that long-winded sentence you just said.
There we go. English teacher Alex Skuby. I'm going to let you, let's break down sea container, and then maybe we can figure out what it is together.
Okay, well, let's see what it is in America. So tell me what it is.
Why don't you just say the 2 words? Say one at a time. Maybe we'll break it in half.
Sea.
Okay.
Now, that's the letter C?
Nope.
Or the sea, the ocean?
The ocean.
Okay, and then container.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you contain my love.
Or those big containers that you put goods in and bring them over by sea?
That's not a sea container, Wayne. That is a shipping container.
I am going to come through this screen.
That is a shipping container, dude. They use them to make houses now and stuff.
I get it. I lived in one for 6 months when I was in Bosnia.
I'm sure you did.
But they're sea containers.
They're shipping containers. Let's move on, because it's gonna be a whole
20 minutes.
No, don't Google it.
I'm Googling
don't
it
Google
right
it.
now. I'm just. I'm sick and tired of
being wrong.
Am I wrong?
Let's see what you got. It's a shipping container.
It's both, actually. They're both.
Thank you.
They're okay. I mean, mostly they're put under a shipping container. Why has this happened to me every time?
I don't want to be right every time.
I don't want to ever bring anything up again because I'm sick and tired of being wrong. Like, I'm a pretty smart human being. Like, I have my wits about me.
Well, they're about something.
Listen, let's move on. I've got some big news for you.
Oh, and before you get to that big news, which I am waiting with bated breath on, we also have more questions today.
Do we really?
We do. We've got quite a few, actually.
I can actually, you know what? I can see why people would want to know things about us.
And from us.
Yeah.
Because we're smart. We're smarter than most people.
Yeah. And on top of that, we like to maybe do some special things when people ask questions. So you might get your question animated.
You might get your question animated, and you also might see a little bit of my leg.
Are you wearing pants?
No.
No,
I just got out of the shower.
So what are you wearing?
I put on a t-shirt. Just this t-shirt.
Let me see. No, don't let me see. Don't let me see. Are you wearing underpants?
It's like, no.
You're not even wearing underwear?
No, it's like balls galore over here.
I'm sitting here decked out like Heavy D and the boys in my Tiger tracksuit and Nike Air shoes.
You ever wash that?
Wash?
Have you washed?
No. I don't do laundry because you get used to the smell.
Sometimes if I go long enough and say I wear the same pair of underwear for like 3 days and I don't shower, holy fuck, dude. I can like smell it through my jeans.
I don't believe
you know what I mean?
I don't believe you do that. I believe that you shower every day.
I don't. I want to hear the big news. What's the big news?
I want to talk to you about self-care. There is a lot of body to wash, Alex.
Yeah, there is.
You're a 6'5". Like, that's a lot of body odor to go out. And it starts like most people's eye level. That's where your pit smell comes out of. So you got to think of the other people.
Yeah, and a lot of people are at mouth level.
No, a lot of people.
I want to hear a big news, Wayne.
I'm giving up cannabis.
You know what? You are for how long? Are you doing that for a time period, or are you going?
Well, until I come see you.
Okay, because you just sent me a picture the other day of this massive loot of cannabis.
Yeah, no, I just received a massive loot of cannabis through my benefits. But I've decided that I need to take a break. I need to get my head into the game. I want to start working out, and I want to start getting healthier. And I think that giving that up for a while will help me because every time I do give it up, my brain just thrives, man. Like, I don't screw simple things up like decal and shipping container. You know?
Yeah, no, I get it. And I'm glad you're doing that. And I also have big news. I am stepping away from the booze for a little bit. I'm going to give my liver.
Oh, taking a break from the booze cruise, are you?
Yes, I am. Because you know what's funny? It's like when my wife and I come out here to Austin, it feels kind of vacation-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how else to say that. So, I can sometimes double time it. And, like every other night, like I'm having beers. Now, sometimes it may be a few. And then sometimes it may be like, oh, look at Alex, just face planted into the fucking telephone pole. So what I'm doing, I'm going for I'm just going for a reprieve.
Oh, I like that word. Yeah. It's good to go through a reprieve every once in a while. And I think that when you start getting all that pasta on the plate, you know how the last episode we talked about having too much on your plate, and you described it.
Yeah,
as
but
a
you
buffet.
said, but wait, what? How did you say the word?
I said pasta.
No, you did not. You said pasta. What the fuck is wrong with you? Maybe you shouldn't stop smoking weed. You know what I mean?
Why would you?
You just stay with it.
Pasta. Pasta. My dad, and I have a lot of Italian friends, and my dad still says, he doesn't say Italian, he says Italians, and it drives me up the wall.
God.
I'm like, I want to choke you the fuck out, old man, but I can't because you're my father.
Yeah, you still can.
No, you can't. No, he adopted me.
Here we go again. Holy shit.
Just letting you know.
I fucking know every day. So here's something funny. You're talking about the Italians.
Nope.
And the funny thing is, the way you're dressed right now, you look like you could be like one of the fucking mob bosses. You know what I mean?
You know what? There's Skuby.
Yeah. Yeah. How you doing, Paulie Ballsack?
Yeah, I'm good, Scoobs. I just met Freddie Fingers yesterday, and he was telling me a story about his mother Gina Campanelli. And whenever Gina gets verklempt and all fucked up,
so you kind of sound like a Jewish Italian. See, now you're going in a different
direction. I'm a
direction.
mob boss. I could go whatever direction I want. I'm the boss. You already
I'm not sure how many mobs let the Jewish people in. Although I'm sure they have. I'm not sure how many though.
Oh, and you know that, and you're from that.
So your actual mob boss name would be like Jaime Finkelstein. It's fun to laugh.
I'm all verklempt.
What's wrong, Jaime?
The jewelry stores aren't doing so well.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't fuck with Jaime Finkelstein.
Yeah. My Jewish friends right now are going, Wayne, we are going to come to your house and we're going to beat the snot out of you, man.
Hey, look, a lot of my good friends are Jewish.
Same with mine,
hey.
yeah. Same with mine.
Yeah. The other thing, I'm sorry, I just wanted to throw this in here now that it's on because I don't want to forget about this. So it's funny that a lot of my male friends outside of, no, I can include you in this, are gay.
I'm not gay.
What?
I'm not gay.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I'm just,
okay.
No, I'm just,
Oh.
No, I'm not gay at all. I'm heterosexual.
Okay, so outside of you, quote unquote, the rest of my male friends are gay.
I have a lot of,
which is interesting.
You know what? I have a lot of friends in the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
Is it LGBT?
There's other letters. I think there's other letters, but I don't know.
I have a lot of friends in that, in the LGBT community. And it's funny, I was talking, my friend the other day heard her wife go, Wayne, you and Alex. She's like, that's your problem. I'm like, what's my problem? She goes, you and Alex, I think that's why you can't make a relationship work. I said, what do you mean? And they're like, well, I wasn't, I didn't have this conversation with you on the phone.
I don't think so.
Oh
no.
my God, I died. So they go, your connection between you two and the way you guys bounce off, you guys would be a great married couple. You would be a great married couple.
I knew you were going to say that.
And then
I knew you were going to say that.
And then she goes, she just looks at me and she kind of shrugs her shoulders. She's like, give it a shot. I said, I can't. And she goes, why not? I said, because he's
got balls.
He's way bigger than me. And and so that probably means his package is bigger than mine too. And I can't date somebody with a bigger package than me. Like if we had the same size package.
Well, there's another problem here.
But hang on.
Okay,
She told me she dumped a girl before she met her wife. She broke up with her last girlfriend because she had smaller boobs than she did, and she always wanted smaller boobs, so she was jealous.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's enlightening.
Mm-hmm.
That's really enlightening. I'll say this. There's another problem. I don't like dick anywhere near my face or my back end. So that's another problem. I mean, I don't want to have... What?
The height difference alone. Like, we're not going to go through all of that effort to, like, stand on a chair or to, like... Like, the only way I think you and I could successfully do it is if we were floating in a swimming pool.
Or, like, in outer space with, like, zero gravity.
Oh, yeah, we could do it in outer space.
We're not doing it at all.
I don't think I could do it.
No, we're not fucking doing it.
All right, think about it. But I'm just not...
I am fucking married. And I'm in love with my wife, and I like boobs.
Hang on. I have boobs. You said that last time.
I knew you were going to say that. I fucking knew you were going to say that.
Listen, we finish each other's sentences, Alex.
Alex. See?
There it is. But I love I love how the only reason is because you're married and in love with your wife.
Oh, but I've already just said before
never
that
say never.
The whole fucking... Holy fucking shit. What the fuck is happening?
Love, Alex. Love is happening.
Can't wait to get that animated.
So far, my friends from the Jewish community and now my friends from the LGBT Q community are going to... they're going to thank me for the plug.
They are. Well, they're getting a huge plug because have you seen our numbers?
Massive.
Yeah.
Our number... Not going to lie.
Not going to lie, folks.
It's
There is something to be had here.
So basically, folks, what we're saying is, remember when you were 16 years old or 15 years old and you got your first job? And you got your first paycheck, it was like $217, and to you it was like $1 million. Well, that's kind of like Alex's and my mentality when it comes to the podcast and the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have millions of followers, but the followers and the community that we do have, you're worth $1 million. $1 million.
They are loving. I love them. Fuck it. I love these people for listening and for loving it and for having fun with it.
I had a phone conversation this morning. I was talking to a friend of mine because she bought these potted pots for me, like for plants. These plant pots.
Were they potted pots?
No, like they're not potted already. They're just the pot for the pot. Anyways, we were talking, and I call. She answers, and she's like, what's up? I said, nothing. What are you doing? She's like, I'm trying to listen to episode 8.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah.
You know what? Same thing over here. Last night, a friend of mine, a wonderful actress named Danielle Kennedy, I'm dropping your name, Danielle. She was texting with me. We were texting back and forth, and she's like, she watched the animated minute we put up, and she's like, this is brilliant. And she's like, I'm listening to your podcast right now. Like, I'm on the site right now. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And she's like, if you ever have guests, I want to come on and have fun with you guys. I was like, yeah, when we figure out a time or when we're going to do anything of that sort, you'll be in line.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about how I would do with guests. Like, would we even let them speak?
Probably not, but they could just sit there and watch.
That'd be all right. I would be. What are you doing right now?
I am getting to a question because this is a good question, but I think we've answered it. You mind if I ask it? I think we answered it.
I think you can do whatever you put your mind to.
Well, I'm putting my mind to this. Here we go.
Here we go.
From Doumi291957.
Great person.
Doumi. You know this person?
Who doesn't know Doumi 21957?
That's true. No, that's a pretty. No, that's a special. Okay. Here's the question from Doumi291957. How did you two meet? Yeah. Well, that's a dirty question.
If you're listening to us right now, you might want to go put on a song like Queen, Best Friends, or you can maybe put any Elton John song on, anything with some piano in the background while we answer
Air
this.
Supply.
Air Supply. The Police. I'm just listing off my favorite bands.
Van Halen. Mm-hmm. David Lee
Anything.
Roth.
Just grab 7 different ways to put out music and play all of the songs at once while we tell you how we met.
Because that's as wild as it is.
We met on TikTok.
There we go. We met on TikTok.
Okay, next question.
That's the answer.
That was
next question is from.
You think that people would know us?
Yeah.
You know.
You'd think at this point they'd already know that we met on TikTok.
Like that we haven't met in person and that we're meeting for the first time on November the 18th to the 22nd while I'm staying in an Airstream trailer 100 feet from your house and roosters are going to go off every morning.
That's right. That's exactly what's going to happen.
And
we're going to eat buckets of raviolis
and raw meat.
Well, because we're men.
Oh, so manly. You know what?
Meat is my life.
Yeah, before you answer or ask this next question, I want to talk about that for a second. Can we talk about manliness for a second?
Sure.
Manliness.
You're talking to one of the top 100.
Top 100 men. Top 100 men.
Yep. Let's go.
I'm not tough at all. I'm not tough. I'm not like, hey, let's go get into a fist fight. I'm not like, hey, let's go tackle each other, on the football field or the pitch. Is it a pitch or a field? Field, on the field. The football. Whoa.
Yeah, it's a field. Yeah.
But I'm manly.
Yeah, well, listen, I am not one to go looking for a fight. I don't. I hate violence. I'm totally against it. The fights I have gotten into in my life, they sucked. It just sucked having to do that or, whatever. But I don't know if that explains the word tough. Like tough to me is, are you emotionally tough? Are you intelligently tough? Are you, forget the muscles and the size and all that stuff. I mean, can you take criticism verbally without like punching someone in the fucking nutsack?
That is tough.
Or boob nipple.
That is,
you know what I mean?
That is manliness. And I just need people to know that being manly isn't about, tearing a turkey's head off at Thanksgiving dinner.
And screaming, I loved ripping turkeys apart. That's not manly.
That's not manly. What manly is crying when it's okay to cry.
Yeah, I don't know how much you want to cry, but listen, yeah, crying when it's okay to cry, yeah, cry. But you don't want to walk around crying all the time because then that's something else, totally. Here we go. That's a trigger for Wayne.
No, I'm just trying to cry. Can you make yourself cry? Here's something for you.
Yeah, I could punch myself in the fucking ween.
Why? Okay. Ween. I'm ween. Like
Peen.
Like to somebody from like hey, ween. That's how people that's how people will say my name. So you got to add the
Hey Ween.
Hey Ween.
Hey Ween.
Hey
Ween.
Hey
Ween, I have a question for you, Ween.
Hello, Ween. I worked with a guy, wonderful guy, a legend in my world, and he called me Wiener. Hey Wiener.
Was he like a McDonald's fry cook?
No.
I have another question.
And that's all you want to do.
All right, no, because I got to get to this one because there's a couple other that I want to get to down the line. Here's the question. She says, this is Linda Athens.
Oh, Linda.
Oh, Linda. She says,
Athens.
FYI, I'm from Portland, Oregon. Wayne and Alex, what are some good resources if I'm getting started in the practice of self-awareness and meditation? Where did you guys start? Love you both platonically. That's a great question.
That is a great question. Internally.
Yeah, it had to start internally. It had to start with some not so good moments in life, and that led to possible, depression and anxiety, and then you look for outward sources, right? You look for outward sources to fix you, and then you realize down the line that you can't fucking do that because that doesn't work. So you have to move inward and figure out what your triggers are and how to just kind of breathe through them and go with them and let them, have their way in a light way, not so heavy. And then meditation works too, which is, I find Deepak Chopra and people like him, like his ilk, not elk. He doesn't own an elk. I don't think. Maybe he does. Ilk. And, just breathe through it.
I think therapy works, though. When you're ready for it. When you're ready for it, I think everybody should be proactive, not reactive. I think for me, what had happened was I had to have some pretty shitty moments in my life for me to repeated shitty moments. It's not like the first time something shitty happened to me, I was like, oh, better fix that. No, I needed to do it a few times, 50, 60 times. And then, it forced me to go like, I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to be this guy. I don't want to feel like this every day. If there's a way for me to feel happier, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make me feel happy. That's not saying that you're not going to feel shitty at times. We still feel shitty. We still go through stuff all of the time. It's how it's realizing that you're human and you're going to fuck up and you've got to be okay with that too. You got to be okay with making mistakes, man. People aren't fucking okay with everybody thinks that they've got to be mistake and error free in their life, but the more mistakes you make, the more wise you get, in my mind. But everything for me happened inside. Then, when you build it up inside enough, correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. When you've done the internal work, all of a sudden it just starts pouring out of you. And that's when you're really in that healing mode. Now you're thinking about it all of the time and you're talking about it and you're being vulnerable about it because you've changed the internal narrative. It's human nature once you've changed the internal narrative to spew it externally, if that makes any sense.
I agree 100%. And I'm going to add to it. So I agree with what you just said. And that was wonderful. And I'm going to say this. You can't beat yourself up over and over and over again about things that you perceive have gone wrong in your life or decisions that you've made, because the past is there, this present moment, and the future is here. So the present is here, the future is out there, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future. So as long as you can kind of make an adjustment to things that you perceive are fucked, things that you have either done or have had done to you, quote unquote, as long as you can kind of not beat yourself up, and focus on changing what you think, right? Again, it's like what you think is wrong. I think there's a lot of growth in that, and being gentle with yourself internally.
Yeah, give yourself grace.
In the heart, yeah. I mean,
yeah, there's perception is power, man. If you have, like the way you perceive yourself is some powerful shit, but the past is just to remind you to live in the moment, because if we sit there and we spend too much time thinking about the things that have already happened to us, you're just going to go in this rabbit hole and you're going to leave that homeostasis or that balance of feeling and thought, like you're going to overanalyze everything. And that's where depression comes from. Don't they say depression is from like spending too much time in the past, and anxiety is from trying to get, spending too much time in the future. Yeah. Good question. Wow. Well,
that's a great question. Yeah.
So, and,
thank you, Linda.
Yeah. Tequila.
Excuse me?
Sorry?
Which?
Tequila.
That's a trigger for me, but, yeah.
It's a trigger?
Well, I just love the word, and I love the juice. Do you know what I mean? I love the nectar of it. I love that plant-based boozy booze.
Yeah, it's really healthy for you, isn't it?
In small amounts, but after a while of boozing, you're going to kill your liver.
How can agave be good in small amounts? I feel like it would be good in like large amounts.
Well, it is, in the sense of you don't give a fuck after large amounts of it. You know what I mean? But I do love tequila. I love tequila.
I love you on tequila.
What?
Yeah, I love you when you're...
What?
Yeah, you're... So last night I wanted to make a post on TikTok. Like sometimes at night I'll do like longer posts.
Yeah.
And I sent you the picture, and I sat down.
Oh God.
I set up my lights. My lights. I was ready to go, and I sit down, and maybe we can give this to Tyler to
He's got to post the picture.
To post the picture, so you can watch us on YouTube. But I realized that I was way too, like, I smoked a joint last night because cannabis is legal where I live. It's legal in Canada, and I'm a fan of cannabis, and I think that it's got its medicinal properties. I think that you can overuse it a little bit, which maybe I have been, known to do in my evenings because I'm not a big drinker. But anyways, last night I went to make that post, and I looked at myself with the camera, and my eyes were just red. And as a
just glossy.
Oh yeah, as a responsible adult, I'm like, nope, this is not happening.
Yeah.
And then I carried on with you, interrupting your wife's and your quiet night at home, which I'm sorry for.
High AF.
High AF.
So you just said something about YouTube, guys. If you're listening to us right now, and you that's your preferred way to for your lusting ears to listen to us talk. Do yourself a favor if you want to watch this, because we will be having like little animated pieces here and there. Do yourself a favor and go to YouTube and just subscribe to us on YouTube if you want to visually see us. So
and we put a lot of like into the visual presentation here. Like I'm in a nice chair.
Yeah, I am. But here's the thing.
Alex is in the closet.
Of what I'm well. Well, no. Here, so I have this black backdrop that I've put behind me, but that's not the point. The point is, some people feel that watching it is more personal. Right?
Yeah.
Like my brother said that, like when he chooses to watch it rather than just listen to it, like, on Spotify or Amazon or whatever, he says it feels more personal, which I get that. I get that.
Well, because we're looking at you in your eyes, and we're connecting with you on such an emotional level.
It's so
I
emotional.
want to learn how to play the saxophone. There, I said it. I got it out. I just needed to say it. I've been trying to figure out a way to tell you because I know that you're going to talk me down and you're going to say, Wayne, I think you've got too much on the go. But I really think that I would love to just open up every day by going into my case, pulling out my tenor sax and throwing out some jazz. Just some jazz. I want to learn how to play the saxophone. Now, before you interrupt me and shoot down all of my dreams, because that's what you like to do.
Wow, you just go on and on and on, don't you?
See?
Go ahead.
I'm not going to learn the saxophone. I'm not going to learn it because I know it won't happen, and I'll end up buying one, and it'll just sit in the case. But what I'm saying...
Wayne is having this entire conversation with himself while I'm sitting right across from him. You guys understand that, right? We are on video looking at each other with microphones in front. He's having an entire conversation with himself.
I'm looking internal, Alex, before I go external with it.
I think it's a great idea. I think you should learn to play the sax. I don't think your neighbors will dig it. You know what I mean?
No, they will not. No, they will not. Nope. I don't think my neighbors dig me, actually.
Wow.
I think my neighbors when I moved in, they were like, fuck. You
think so?
Yeah, but then I'm glad that you brought this up. But then what happened is I'm the only single guy in my neighborhood. Right? Oh. So I was like, oh my God, I've got all these new friends. All the guys from the 2 streets are coming over and we're hanging out because I got a bar downstairs, a beer on tap. We're drinking, we're in the pub and we're playing pool and pinball and we're doing all these things and we're out in the garage. I'm like, I've got all these friends. I didn't have any friends. I was just their escape. I was their escape from their wife's house.
Of course.
Yeah. See, I thought I'm like, man, all these people appreciate. No, they don't. They just want to get away from their wives. They just want to get away from.
And you're offering them a service. Did you charge?
No, I didn't charge.
You should have.
And I had a barber chair.
Yeah, you should have called it Wayne's Escape from Your Wife, and then charge up to $100 an entry. They'd pay it.
Yeah.
If they really want to get away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I used to live on a street where it was all single dudes. And when I was in the army, on this army, we were all these young guys in our 20s. And in the morning after the bar, you would see these girls sharing cabs home and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
And it was like a dorm life. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like that.
It
actually sounds like that. Where was this? Was this in Canada?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It was in Canada. I did some stuff in the U.S. though. I did do some Army stuff in the U.S. with the U.S. Army and Marines and stuff.
Me that.
Yeah.
Where were you at? You said New York?
No, we did. I did Fort Lewis, Washington, Yakima, all that stuff. Washington State, Oklahoma. We were in Victorville, California at one point.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Fort Irwin,
Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm just I've been there a few times, and I'm just kind of I don't see what the draw is.
Small town Oklahoma. If you could have any American accent, what would it be? Which would be yours? Which is your favorite? Because you have so many.
Mine would be Alex Skuby's.
Oh, here we go with the. Just fucking play along, Alex. Just play along.
And you know what mine would be?
Thank
It'd
you.
Probably be French.
A French American?
Yeah,
that
like a French Canadian, but French American.
That is a lie. You know what?
Oui, bonsoir.
Yeah, but you.
Oh, what? Oh, hello.
You're just British. You were just British. You were a British French American. You were a British French American.
Well, that's interesting as fuck.
You guys want to see something great or hear something great? If you don't want to go see us on YouTube, do you want to hear something great? Watch this. This is what I call the bring out the Gina. Hey, let's talk politics, Alex.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want to talk politics on this show.
I don't ever talk politics, so I would never talk politics on this show.
Yeah. No. But here's something wild. Right now, our listeners are listening to Zen as Fuck podcast at zenasfuck.tv. zenaf.tv. zenaf.tv.
Alex?
Here comes Doug.
Alex has wanted to do live ads for himself since we started this. Even before he's like, just listen, Wayne, just listen. Well, first he goes, good morning. When it comes time to, to do voiceover stuff, I'll do it. I've got all the experience. You might have heard my voice on such things as this and that. And can I say the things?
Well, and Goodyear tires.
And Porsche and Ace Hardware. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the New Jersey Adoption Agency.
My voice was actually used to get Wayne adopted. Like, I had to throw down, like, he was only adopted like 7 months ago. That's the funniest part about it is when he talks about adoption, he literally was just adopted.
Yeah.
And they
by a family younger than me, actually.
Here's Wayne Hanna. He's 41 years old
and alone.
He likes wearing tiger fucking sweatsuits and fucking hats that say warrior with a hyphen in there because, that means that he almost committed suicide. And here's this thing. He likes yellow sneakers with and large pizzas at night before he goes to bed.
They're not large pizzas. And it's a semicolon.
That's the one thing, and that's the one thing you say
because
they're not large pizzas.
No, but this is why. This is why, because all you ever do is make fun of my eating habits whilst eating.
Is love you.
Love you. I am so fucking afraid to come there, Alex, because I don't want to. Do you know why? Do you want to know why I'm afraid to come there? Let me tell you why
Go ahead.
afraid. Yeah, okay. I'm afraid to come there because in the morning, I just want to have a black coffee. What do you have in the morning? What did you have yesterday morning, Alex? What did you have for breakfast?
Black coffee.
And?
Black coffee.
And?
Why do we got to get into
and?
this? I had 3 McDonald's breakfast sandwiches.
What were they?
There was the McGriddle with cheese, the Egg McMuffin with cheese, and the Egg McMuffin with cheese.
So Alex calls me on the telephone. He's like, Wayne, I'm going to McDonald's. Oh, I'm going to McDonald's. I'm gonna get like 4 McGriddles. I don't even give a fuck. I don't even care. Because I'm Alex. I'm not Skuby.
But I don't do this normally. I don't eat like that normally. So go ahead.
What did you do the day before, Alex?
Raviolis.
What did you do the day before that, Meatball Sub Man?
Meatball Sub.
And what did you do the day before that? He's been going on. Wayne, we've got this farm down the street from our house. We've got this farm. I'm going straight farm to table. I'm going
That's
straight.
What I do.
And then now, because that happened 2 days in a row, and now it started on a farm. I mean, it is an egg.
Like this meatball sandwich I'm eating started on a farm. Didn't it? I mean,
we suck at eating.
How else are you going to grow bread, Wayne? It's got to be on a farm.
The problem is I'm growing bread on my boobies. That's the problem. I want to change. I'm wearing tracksuits not because they're stylish. I'm wearing tracksuits because they don't hurt so much when the button's done up.
Listen, I'm no like Adonis. You know what I mean? I'm just this guy who happens to be 6'5", pretty damn muscular, handsome as fuck. I do a lot of push-ups. I do a lot of squats. I do a lot of stuff at 48 years old, folks. And I feel like I could eat whatever the fuck I want and not give a fuck if one love handle's bigger than the other, or like one nipple points further like towards the ground, the other one's up a little higher, like that kind of shit. Like I'll still fucking make you laugh.
Yeah.
So there's got to be something said for that.
You know what's funny is that I love how in the dating game women expect men and men expect women. We expect each other or whatever. We expect each other to be in our best shape going into it. We expect our best. Yes. I'm looking for somebody that's fit. I'm looking for somebody that's active outdoors and this. And you just want that, but it's going to shit. Like it's going to shit.
Sooner or later, it all goes south. You
will always, there's a guy that I work with that says, you'll always come back to Chubby Town.
Well, getting comfortable, right, in a relationship is what leads to that kind of uninhibited eating pattern, because, food brings people together. Like you go to your family's house, it's usually for dinner. Every holiday is surrounded by food, everything. So in a relationship, that's just kind of how it is. You're with someone all the time. And finally, you're just like, you know what? Why don't we get a pizza and just slop it down while we're in bed? Oh, that sounds great. Let's do it. And then, you do that 6 days a week. 5 years later, you both look like fucking jelly bowls and like some kind of fucking, I don't know, fuck, man.
I don't know, fuck, man. I just watched that happen. I just watched that go down, and that to me was magical. You like started doing some like Stevie Wonder shit with your head as you were going off about this, and then you were just letting these words fall out of your mouth, and then you just forgot words. Then you just forgot it, and then you're like, and then I could see you as a college professor. I could see you as a college professor at the University of Nebraska. And you're talking to your students, life 103.5 or whatever it is. And, hello, students. My name's Alex Skuby. I'm a French, Canadian, American, whatever. And I'm going to talk to you guys about life. And then you would go on this eloquent and philosophical journey with them. And you would be like, and the way the energy and awareness works with the stars and Gandhi and this. And you would be beautiful. And then you'd be like... And you know what the fundamental thing that it comes down to is just fucking fuck. Just fucking fuck. Just fuckity fuck.
Hey, listen to me. Do you remember when you had a stroke the other day? You forgot words. Yeah, you forgot words, didn't you, Wayne? And what were we doing when you forgot the words?
We were pitching a television show.
So I can't hear you, Wayne.
We were pitching a television show.
Yeah, we were pitching a television
show.
Yeah, and what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. Cocky AF Wayne, right before we get on this Zoom call, is like, he's like, I am just going to, give me 5 minutes. And he goes, Alex, I'm going to talk first. Give me 5 minutes. I just want to lay it all out there for him, and then I'll introduce you, whatever. And this is how we're going to do it. All of a sudden, we see this person coming into our Zoom call. We're about to pitch a show to him. Comes on. Wayne starts talking. He goes, yeah, so we just, we feel like, this show is going to be, and I see this kind of like glaze in his eye and just kind of like this, you could almost see the glistening sweat on his upper lip. And then he goes like this. And now again, granted, you have to know the setup. I'm waiting for him to talk for about 5 minutes to set up the show. And this is within about 18 seconds. He goes, I don't know, Alex, how would you describe it? And I go, what? And then the guy we're pitching to goes like this. Hi, Alex, it's nice to meet you. Because Wayne forgot to introduce me at the beginning of the call, because I didn't know him. Wayne did. So it was all very interesting.
No, so the introduction part, because I noticed that the introduction, he was like right out the gate, he introduced himself. I was going to say hi and then introduce, and then I don't know what happened. There are
I will never forget it.
There are 4 phases to a seizure.
Okay.
There are 4 phases to a seizure. There's the tonic. There's the aura phase. That's where you kind of go off into space. And then there's the tonic-clonic phase. Is it tonic phase, clonic phase? And then the postictal phase after, where you like, well, I just did all of them at once.
and then in a way, which was really kind of cute, is you got exhausted.
Super
So whatever
tired.
had happened, you got tired, because at the end, this was like a half-hour kind of Zoom thing, or about a half hour. And at the end, I'm looking at Wayne on the camera, and he looks exhausted.
Even he brought it up.
And then so the guy that we're pitching to goes, Wayne, I know you look bummed out. And Wayne all of a sudden, in like some kind of weird like bipolar energy cycle goes, no, I'm not. No, this is great. It was just like, Oh, this is but you know what the funny thing is? You got your first pitch out of the way, and that was fucking stellar, dude. It's stellar. It's seriously, there's nothing bad about it, man. It's just the way it is. I've had auditions, dude. I got to tell you this. I've had auditions in Hollywood for big roles where I walked in so fucking cocky, like I am gonna fucking kill this, right? Walked in and thought in my head, I don't need my script. I know the dialogue. So I have it down at my side. I'm not turning pages as I'm going through the dialogue. All of a sudden, blackout, brain fart, sweat, shaking. Oh my God, where am I? Look down at the page. Now, in my head, this is taking a half hour while the producers are looking at me like, what the fuck is going on? Find the line, go to start back up and go, can we start over? Because go ahead and start over. And when we start over, it gets worse. So yeah, I've been there, dude. I've been there. But now this isn't on cam. This isn't over Zoom. This is in a room where you're standing in the middle of a small room while all the producers are sitting on a couch in front of you. So you can't just like click off your camera where they can't see you anymore. You're stuck there.
Yeah.
If any other actors have this experience, please DM me and let me know, because it's crazy.
I went into that thing like I was meeting somebody outside in the streets of a Wild West movie at noon for a shootout, and I was like the fastest gun in the West, and I went to pull my gun out, and I'm like, fuck, I don't have any hands anymore. Like, my hands are gone. And then I'm hoping that my trusty sidekick, comes and saves my fucking life. And that's exactly kind of what happened. You guys were so smooth, and I was like, I don't even know why I'm here. I shouldn't have been here in the first place because I can't get this shit out of my face hole. Oh man, you should have let me smoke a joint first.
No, because now if
That's
you
what
fucked
Snoop
up
Dogg
when you
does.
were high, it might have been. I don't give a fuck what that dude does. I don't give a fuck what Snoop Dogg does. But listen to me, and he's probably a great dude. I don't fucking know him, but I will say this: you are not Snoop Dogg. Although what you're wearing could be, could be a Snoop Dogg outfit. I dig it and I love it. Well, I just crushed a peanut butter and jelly sandwich toasted.
That's what I made for my daughter for her lunch today.
Good.
But we can't. You can't put peanuts. You can't put peanuts in lunches anymore. They have this strict no peanut policy. So I have to use Wow butter. It's called Wow butter.
What is that?
It's imitation peanut butter. The same great taste, though. I don't know. What I'd like to know is what the fuck is the crunch part? Like, what is, if it's not peanuts, what is crunchy?
It could be toenails. We don't know.
You came out of the gate pretty confident. Well, Wayne, I mean, it could just be toenails. Like, that's a logical thing. Like, it could just be, they were like, how do we get the crunch? Toenails. Bill, have you ever thought of toenails? No, we've never thought of that. Get a hold of the marketing department ASAP. I want to see if toenails can be a thing.
That'll add a crunch, a long-lasting crunch. It's just so horrible. It's so horrible. But I crushed a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and because I was starving, and it was so good, so good. I'm not allergic to anything. I'm not allergic to anything except poison ivy and poison oak. And poison sumac.
I'm allergic to nickel, like the metal.
Like battery? Like tastes like a battery?
Mm-hmm. I see what you did there. I'll tell you a story about nickel. Whenever I wore a belt and my belly, when I was a lot bigger, my belly would hang over my belt buckle, and the metal from that would rub on my stomach, and it would
chafe.
Yeah, but it was like really bad, like really, really bad. So like bleeding and shit. And I don't want people to get this image, but
wait, what?
Yeah, like whenever, really? Or if I wore like a watch with nickel in it, I would get a rash. When I got married, I had a titanium wedding band and it had nickel in it, and my finger fell off. Well, it didn't fall off, but it there was it wounded. I got a wound there. That should have been really my first indication that maybe this isn't a good idea when it's burning my skin. However, so I reached out to a doctor, a medical professional, you know, those people that are really good at science and knowing what's best
online?
for us.
I'm on good at science.
I'm on good with science.
I just had a small stroke.
I'm on good with the science, mister. I loves the science. Sometimes I will take baking soda and vinegars and I will mix them together and we'll get the volcano because I'm on the science.
That's like every Trump supporter.
Anyways, so I reached out to my family doctor and he put me in touch with an allergist.
Was this allergist a nickel professional?
This allergist was a professional of all allergies.
And metals.
And metals, yeah. So metal, irate. Metal allergies are very common. However, they're archaic. So I got a metal allergy and it is really itchy, but that's quite okay because I am stingy. Guess what part of me can't rap? So I'm like, okay, it took me about 6 months to get in to see this allergist. And I'm like, this is going to be revolutionary. He's going to tell me what it is. Their process of figuring out what metal you're allergic to is archaic and barbaric. Archaic and barbaric. Yeah. What they do is they tape 16 different metals to your back for 5 days. Little circle metal pieces. And then after that 5 days, they pull them off. They tape them. They tape them to your back. Then they pull it off. And wherever you had a rash, they're like, yep, you're allergic to that one and that one and that one and that one. And about 2 days into this, not even 2 hours into this, I'm in excruciating pain because it's like literally burning me and it's like itchy and it was horrible. I was allergic to like 5 metals.
You're real tender.
That's not tender.
Well, you're tender. I mean,
I am tender.
You know, you have allergic. You're allergic to metals.
I'm just allergic to one thing, nickel. That's it. Allergic to nickel. I'm not allergic to anything else.
I've never heard of that.
Well, it's a thing. It's a thing. There's websites where you can get nickel-free belt buckles because it is a thing. It is a thing.
Well, that's kind of like gluten-free. Motherfuckers, I've been eating gluten my entire fucking life. What is this gluten-free? And everyone jumped on the fucking gluten-free bandwagon. It's like, guys, gluten has been around for at least 458 years. At least. I know that. That's science. And it's like, you say, no, gluten-free. You shove it up your fucking pie mouth hole, throat luge, and your ass. Because I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened.
What?
Literally no clue what just happened.
It started off strong up until the science part. Up until the science part.
Whoa, why?
Well, after you said the word science, you said luge, throat hole, punch it down with the side of bobsled. You pretty much named every Winter Olympic sport when describing eating a piece of bread, man.
With gluten.
So they say that gluten bloats you. I say too much gluten bloats you for sure. However, I had this conversation with somebody yesterday that said, well, I'm allergic to gluten. I said, are you allergic?
Oh, fuck.
And I asked them, I said, listen, and she'll listen to this podcast. She'll be okay with this. I go, well, are you allergic or did you?
She doesn't have a choice. I love her. Whoever she is, I just want you to know.
Good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Anyways, she says, well, I'm allergic to gluten. I said, are you allergic to gluten? Well, the blood work showed that I had a gluten allergy or a gluten intolerance and a dairy intolerance. I said, whose blood work? Like, did you go to an allergist? No, I went to a naturopathic doctor. I said, well, that's different. Everybody is allergic to gluten. And I get that there's sensitive. We're all sensitive to that stuff now, I think. Like, I don't respond well to dairy and I don't respond well to gluten. I still eat it, but I don't respond well to it. To me, to be completely honest with you, when I eat too much ice cream, I feel two things. I feel wonderful, and then I have a wonderful poop. If that's an intolerance, sign me the fuck up.
Yeah, I get gassy. Like I fart nonstop if I eat really anything. You know what I have an intolerance to? Lies.
Nobody's lying to you, Alex.
Eat your gluten, people. Just eat it.
What the fuck does lies and gluten have to do with each other?
Because, Wayne, we are on a ship of what could be lies.
I can now picture us on a ship, the ship of lies, and Alex Skuby is
the captain.
And I'm your first officer. Welcome to welcome to the ship of lies.
It's the only boat that actually, makes it on time for any pickups in hell. So like that's the boat that arrives on time is the ship of lies if you're sailing around hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like taking the choo-choo train to Fucktown. That's where I like to go.
Well, hey, I'm the mayor of that.
The mayor of fucking, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the mayor of Fucktown. Yeah.
Hey guys.
He didn't have a vote. He just did what the Vladimir Putin guy did. He's just like, I'm now the mayor. I'm in charge.
And anyone who disagrees with me will be shot dead.